I'd like to start this video with an undignified self-promotional plug. I'm excited to announce my channel's first merchandise. Now you can show the world that you too enjoy getting things right the wrong way. You can look stylish in this monkey-inspired trial and error branded shirt, or my personal favorite, the I may do things half-assed, but it works, which sums up my channel and most likely many of you. Links to purchase are in the description, and I really appreciate your support as always. Now let's get into the meat of this video. And the moment no one's been waiting for, or maybe a couple of you. My fireworks stash for this 4th of July, which is really exciting. But I gotta share with you something that's not so exciting. I managed to break my hand on Sunday. So for you pyro guys, you know, you kind of need two hands to fuse stuff and to just to get these laid out on boards and things like that. So this year is gonna be a little bit different from years past, obviously. In fact, it's going to be a lot different because I can't even get the boards down from the loft that I usually fire with. So what I've decided I'm going to try this year is some pallets. And I'm going to screw in a plate like this just on the front. And that will, in case a cake were to tip in the wrong direction, not that it's going to be able to, but just in case, it'll work as kind of a blast shield to protect the crowd. But it also gives me something, once I lay them all out on the pallet, I'm just going to literally duct tape the whole thing around the board and everything and just make it one big pack, which is a lot easier than doing what I normally do, gluing them down to my fireworks boards, because even if I did do that, I'm not going to be able to lift those boards out there. Whereas with this, get the forks on the tractor, pick the pallet up as one piece, and go drop it in the field. So, you know, it's going to be different for sure this year, but I'm getting real good at working with my limitations here, whether it's the back surgeries or it's the hand. So this isn't going to be a real long video, but I will go through the stash with you just to show you what we've got for this year. Got some new stuff, got some old stuff. One of the new things, and we'll start with the 200 grams here, these red, white, and blue strobes and stars. And they looked really cool, good value for the money, so grabbed a case of those guys. My annual favorite, neon dragons, or at least any one of the dragon type. I think that's a, what is it, six shots. 6 shot, great value, 36 in a case, and you know, for a 200 gram, it's got a decent break, but great value anyway. Color me impressed. I got 4 of those guys, and then we'll get into the master cases here. So I got a master case of Velocity, Lock It Up, Forsaken, Overdrive, and Sabotage, and those come in cases of 8. And we'll go over, I've got a Hypnotic left over from last year that I never ended up using. And then we get into the bigger real decent 500 grams given back. So I got a case of those guys. I got a case of Dark Horses, plus one that did not fire from last year, as you see. Got a green with Envy, that's a leftover as well from last year. Crack the Sky is actually a Phantom cake. It's a nice cake. I wouldn't buy it, but it's a great cake. But my wife, somebody, friends of work or something, somehow they donated it, which is really nice. And we'll for sure work that into the mix along with this probably extremely overpriced single shot from Phantom. Got a case of the Lightning. Love that cake. Lockdown is a new one for this year, giving that a shot. Emeralds in the Sky is also a new one for this year. We're giving that a shot. It's a 20-shot cake. Sin City is a nice zipper cake, 115 shots. We got a couple of those guys. And the 82-shot Diamonds in the Sky, that one, I grabbed that one last year as well. Really liked it. For the reloadables, or what will go into the racks, I'm trying these Executioner blood shells. These are big fireworks, as far as I can tell, their least expensive option for a full, you know, full set of canisters, canister shells or mortars or whatever you want to call them. So they're a couple bucks cheaper than just about anything else out there. They look again, most of these come out of the same factories in China anyway, so I think they're going to be just fine, and they save you a couple of bucks. So, you know me, I'm cheap. Grabbed a case of my favorite red, white, and blue tracers. I love these guys. They're expensive, but you get a lot for your money. There's a lot in there, but for, I forget how much those are. But they're not cheap, but they're awesome. They look great. They do a really nice job of filling in the low and mid sky, especially during finales or just as an accent. Got some leftovers from last year here too. I've got some neon tracers down at the bottom there, which are just like the red, white, and blue ones, but in a multitude of colors. And then I have some of the big blasters. These are just some leftover, you know, freebies. But some big blasters, which I can't really recommend. They kind of suck, but we'll use them for something, I guess. They're in there. And that's it. So, the one-armed wonder, as my dad said, hey, just be glad it was your left hand. It won't affect your sex life. But the one-armed wonder will find a way to get this all together here. And we'll put on some sort of a show. You know, it won't be as detailed as I usually am able to make my shows and set to the music and all of that stuff. But anytime you're lighting off 600 some odd pounds of fireworks, nobody's complaining. It's still a lot of stuff. So even if it doesn't go exactly how I'd like it to go, we'll get it all lit up in the sky on the 4th, and we'll have some music going with it, and it'll work, right? So appreciate you watching as always. Make sure if you have any questions, comments, concerns, or criticisms, throw them down in the comment section below me. I will say my responses to you are going to be pretty short, at least over the next 6 weeks, because typing with one hand is, well, not that fast. So yeah, I'll be sure to update you as we start putting these things to the boards and figuring things out. But there's your stash video for 2019 from your favorite one-handed YouTuber, Trial and Error. I guess this would be the error. All right, everybody, listen, have a great day. Thank you for watching, and happy pre-4th.